always love and care for him. And here we have Debbie, a shepherd mix. She's 7 to 8 months old, full of life, playful and spunky, ready to have fun, and already knows how to sit, but she would love to learn new tricks. Finally, we have Bentley. He is a Shih Tzu Terrier mix, 4.5 months old, a super fluff ball, and as you can see, very energetic.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the number to the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. All right, now it's my turn for the overrated movie that I chose, and that happens to be Titanic. Again, it's another James Cameron movie, and it was made in 1997 before his monumentally blockbuster hit of Avatar. But the Titanic stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's playing like a little slum guy who works at the docks, and he wins a game, a poker game, and he gets like third-rate tickets to one of the biggest luxury cruisers ever made, the unsinkable Titanic. You'll find out why that's funny. Later on, he sees this girl, this perfect, proper woman named Rose, and she's about to commit suicide. Unfortunately, Jack saves her, and it turns into this huge thing where she falls in love with him. And before I give more away, let's take a look at the trailer.
Go back to Titanic.
Pulled every string I could. The book is on the grandest ship in history. You act as if you're going to your execution.
Oh, forget it, boyo. You'll never get next to the likes of her.
I'm the king of the world!
I understand you. It is a fine match with Hockley. It will ensure our survival.
I know you've been melancholy. I don't pretend to know why.
Don't come any closer. I'll let go.
No, you won't.
Why can't I be like you, Jack? Just head out for the horizon whenever I feel like it.
I've got $10 in my pocket. I have nothing to offer you, and I know how the world works.
I'm flying.
What made you think you could put your hands on my fiancée?
They've got you trapped, Rose, and if you don't break free, you're gonna die.
This ship, there's only so many places she can be. Find her.
Iceberg, run ahead! I have been robbed.
Is this it? Don't you believe it, Rose?
Rose! Don't you understand? The water is freezing and there aren't enough boats. Half the people on the ship are going to die.
Not the better half.
What are we doing, Mommy? When I finish putting first-class people on the boats, they'll be starting with us.
All away!
Why are the boats being launched half full?
For God's sake, there's women and children down here! Let us out so we can have a chance!
Where are you going? What to him?
You jump, I jump, right?
I hope you enjoy your time together!
We have to stay on the ship as long as possible.
This is where we first met.
God almighty.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God!
All right, so as you could tell from the trailer, the unsinkable ship sunk thanks to some ice, which still astounds me that even though, yeah, it's the 1912, 1914, whatever, you can't see an iceberg. I'm sorry, that makes no sense to me. But anyway, there was only like a few things about this movie that I can say are okay, and that would be the fact that a chunk of ice took down like $40 million ship. That's pretty cool. The fact that even though everybody was dying, the quartet stood there and said, yeah, screw it, we're going to keep playing. And that was pretty much about it, because Kate Winslet steals all the spotlight from Leonardo DiCaprio and kills him. That's pretty much the synopsis I'm going to give for you. Anybody else like this movie?
I actually did like this movie.
Fail.
So, cheesy romantic story. We all get that. Okay. But what it does is it takes you into the movie. It takes you back to when the Titanic was actually, like, when it was going, and it kind of brings you back, and then it just shows all, like, then you feel the emotion. Like, if you just saw, it's kind of, it takes it a step up from a documentary. Like, if you would just watch the ship, like, break in half and sink, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, that happened a long time ago. But it brings you into the movie. It brings you into the story, and it brings you into the fear and the emotion that the people actually have. So I feel like that's a good thing that the movie does. And actually, they're redoing it next year. They're putting it out in 3D, and they're going to remaster it and whatnot. So it's going to be coming out again next year in 2012.
One thing that kind of cracked me up when I was doing some research for this film, I found a picture of when they did the filming where Jack is on the door floating in the ocean. No, I'll never let go, Jack. That was filmed in a pool. The water was warm. Kind of killed it for me.
Yeah. You want to know what ruined it just because of that scene? Rose, the girl played by Kate Winslet, get off the board. Get off the board. You can share it. It's possible. No, we're going to let Leo drown. Yeah. You've known each other maybe barely over 24 hours. Oh, I love him. Yeah, you're going to die. Who cares? It happens. The band's staying. Why can't you? You tried to kill yourself earlier. What? I don't know. Leo, you did a bad part by saving her. Just let her go. Because by saving her, you killed yourself. It's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, another one of the big flaws in the movie was the fact that she barely knew him and she fell in love with him. She, like, threw away her life security. She threw away the peace of mind that she was going to have with this rich dude. Although he was kind of a jerk for this, like, low-life artist guy that she doesn't even know if he's going to stay with her. I mean, maybe if the Titanic would have docked, he would have just went a separate way and be like, screw you, I'm going to the Midwest.
I guarantee you that's what he would have done.
Probably, yeah.
He was sitting there trying to get some tail.
He was going to go draw some more French dude. No, United States.
I mean, this guy is obviously a player, and you can tell by what he did on the Titanic. He goes up to some proper girl that's about to get married, and he's like, hey, let me draw you naked. And she's like, yeah, why not? This guy is a player.
No, that was totally
initiated fall in love
by
with
her.
Him? You're going to throw away your security for the rest of your life, all this money, all the help you're going to get for a poor, starving artist who pretty much doesn't like you, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't agree with you, but with the drawing thing, that was her influence. She brought him in there, and then she got naked, and she's like, draw me. And then,
like one of your French ladies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was almost too perfect. It was kind of scary a little.
So you're saying Jack, with his boyish good looks, didn't look at her and say, naked time.
No, because no.
Naked time.
Because he's
no,
an artist.
She didn't.
He's an artist.
He's a purist.
Pretty smart picking that profession, though. You know.
He just wants to see boobies.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Let's be honest. The most frustrating part of the movie was at the end when she throws the necklace overboard.
Oh, why would you do that?
There you go. There you go.
This is how stupid. You're going to give up all this money for this guy, and then you're just going to take a piece of jewelry and say, oh, it's not worth anything. Throw it out there with the
90
dead
years
bodies.
later.
I hope that her family is like in debt like 50 years down the line,
and
it could have like saved their like entire like family like line and whatever like, and of course. So let's look at some of the other movies that we have. Let's see. I don't know. Overrated movies. I say Harry Potter Part 1.
Whoa. That's what I was going to say. It's like you're reading my mind or something.
I know. Well, I'm not a big fan of camping. So when I saw that movie, I was just like, okay, we're going to camp. Instead of hunting for Horcruxes or instead of figuring out how to destroy them, we're going to go camping. We're going to dance in a camp, and we're going to stay in a camp.
Well, they are 12. You know, like,
no, they're like 17.
Yeah, they're 17 at this point.
No, okay, no, I agree with you that they were in a tent the entire movie, but you got to look at it this way. They didn't always stay in the tent, okay? They did go out, and they did take care of business. I mean, they did get captured by Voldemort at one point. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty much overrated movie. They were in a tent the entire time.
And they killed Dobby. They managed to kill Dobby.
Good. Kill him again.
No.
It's Dobby.
No.
He's an elf. He doesn't do anything.
He's creepy.
Yeah,
He walks around in a potato sack.
Yeah.
That's not his fault, though.
That is his fault.
I'm pretty sure he could find some different clothing that he could wear.
How hard is it? It's not hard. Baby gap.
Do you watch the movie? Do you read the book? Do you understand the concept of house elves? They're supposed to be enslaved, and he was free, and he actually was cleaner in the 7th movie than he was in the 2nd movie.
So he's had
I just watched it, so I know.
5 movies to get a shirt. 5 movies to get a pair of pants.
Hey, he was traveling the world, man. He was traveling the world, man.
No.
Other overrated movies that you guys have seen lately?
When going through this list, I came across Transformers. I do not agree with that statement, although I can see how people can agree with that because some people say it was just Big Boom, Michael Bay. I do not think so. I thought it was really great.
I think Michael Bay's a genius.
I concur. I concur.
I think you had to have the big, huge explosions. That had to be part of it because they're huge robots from outer space.
You can't get better than 3.5 hours of like constant action and fighting.
They aren't going to play checkers, so it just had to happen that way.
They're
I
not going to come
think.
here and just read books the entire time. They're going to be walking.
Yeah.
And the streets of New York are pretty narrow, guys. Just gonna tell you that right now. If you're like a 30-foot giant, and you don't like hit something like a Coke machine, for instance, good job, good job. I applaud you. But no, Michael Bay's Transformers is not overrated. It is right on. It is rated correctly, and I give it 2 thumbs up.
What other movies did you think that were overrated, Aaron?
I know there's gonna be a lot of people in the back disagreeing with me on this one, but I find that the comedy Dumb and Dumber was a little overrated. It's not that funny. I'm sorry.
There was an audible gasp.
There's a couple of scenes like when they're doing like, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world, and then they do it. I mean, that's pretty funny. But like they're driving around in a dog van. That's
funny.
That's just stupid.
It's funny.
That's stupid.
Because they're both dimwits, and that like they have the dog van because he's got like the dog clipper clinic thing, and it's just kind of crazy and like zany. And I think that was one of the like most popular movies in the 90s. So new in theaters this week. Let's see what we have.
Yes. Okay. The Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn Part 1. Fail again because Twilight apparently keeps coming out. We have Happy Feet 2. I'm gonna go see that. The Descendants. Anybody know that one? I have no idea what that one is. Another Happy Day and Tyrannosaur. Okay. Tyrannosaur. That sounds interesting. It probably has Leonardo in it.
Okay. Coming soon, Hugo, The Muppets.
Yes.
Which I am excited for.
Yes.
I think The Muppets is going to be cool. Hugo looks like it's going to be kind of a treat if you're into the odd sci-fi adventure type stuff too. A Dangerous Method. I don't remember what that is. My Week with Marilyn. About Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
So that'd be pretty interesting if you're into that timepiece stuff. And Arthur Christmas.
That's about the kid that doesn't get a Christmas, and then this
doesn't
one
get
guy
a
named
Christmas
Arthur
present.
is
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go bring her a bike in Africa.
Alrighty, and then new at the Riv, or new on DVD, excuse me. We have Larry Crow, Beginners, Flypaper, Bellflower, and Fading of the Christ. I haven't heard of any of these.
One of those.
Yeah,
Larry
none
Crown, I
at
think that
all.
one kind of bombed in theaters. I don't think that one did very well. So
Do you know who's in that?
I think that one might have been produced by Tom Hanks, or like maybe he was in that one or something. I don't know.
Larry Crown. I
Yeah.
don't know. If a movie's usually named after a person, it's usually not good. Except for Forrest Gump.
That was awesome.
I like your shoes.
Sure.
Those are some pretty nice shoes.
For sure. So yeah, not a whole lot of great movies coming out this week on DVD, in my opinion.
Alrighty.
So
that was fun.
Okay, yeah, Dumb and
Dumber. Can we go back to that, please?
Okay.
I really want to go back to Dumb and Dumber.
Just can I say something first?
No.
Okay. I love Jim Carrey. So that was probably one of his lesser movies, but you can't rip on any of his other movies, especially Bruce Almighty.
He filmed 4 movies that year that one came out. That was his breakout year, 1994. So you have to keep that in mind too. He was probably, for lack of a better term, balls to the walls filming the entire year. So that's pretty interesting to keep in mind too.
I can understand that. I can see the same humor I saw in like Ace Ventura coming in through Dumb and Dumber. And I understand that, Jim Carrey, that's your bread and butter, baby. You keep eating that all the time. But give me something new. Dumb and Dumber it's not funny. You're not good. I'm sorry. Dumb and Dumber. Not a good movie, overrated.
All right, it looks like we're going to have to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in this week, and have a wonderful afternoon.
Yep, have a good Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.